How's it going, people? I hope you all are doing well. Now, Underworld is a documentary commentary YouTuber with nearly 1.4 million subscribers. He makes these, top 10 type of videos, like 10 things you won't believe happen, which I usually don't have really any issue with, unless they're poorly researched, as in really poorly researched. And that's why I'm making a video on him. I'm a Reddit junkie, so as the motherfucking nerd I am with no social skills, I have a lot of knowledge in the Reddit scene, so I can tell when something usually is just completely bullshit. Underworld makes a lot of videos on disasters like tornadoes, tsunamis, landslides, and all that stuff, right? So I expect it to be really heavily researched. But anyways, in today's video, we're gonna go through some of his videos. The first video we're gonna take a look at is tornado videos you have to see to believe. And of course, it has the Romanian tornado of April 2019 as the thumbnail of the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
From a jaw-dropping twister near Wichita, Kansas that went on to damage over 1,000 buildings, and a freak storm in the Netherlands that sent speedboats flying across a crowded marina, to an unbelievable video showing the birth of a violent F4 tornado.
The US adapted the EF scale back in 2007, so it's EF4, not F4. And the clip wasn't really from the beginning, but from the end of the tornado. But I mean, who cares?
And an ultra-rare storm in Romania that looked more like the coming apocalypse.
I wouldn't consider tornadoes in Romania rare or ultra rare, but rather uncommon. Basically, 6 tornadoes were confirmed by the ESSL, basically shown on their database called the European Severe Weather Database in 2019. This was basically one of them. And keep in mind, this was just from 2019 alone.
Now, you might not think of Minnesota when you picture powerful tornadoes, but they're actually on the northern edge of Tornado Alley, USA.
Most exactly know that Minnesota is in the northern part of Tornado Alley. I'm pretty sure that a lot of Americans get to know that in school. I don't know, I might be wrong.
The summer of 2020 was a quiet tornado season. There were only 6 in June, the fewest in recorded history.
Either that's vaguely phrased for Minnesota only, or else that's completely false. 109 tornadoes were confirmed in the US in the month of June 2020. And if you go on to the list of tornadoes in the US June 2020, you can see the fact that the statement about, Minnesota only having 6 tornadoes in June is also completely false. Like, I assume he really meant tornadoes in June 2020 for Minnesota only, but the statement was so vaguely made, man. And you could have at least got it right because it was 9 tornadoes and not 6 tornadoes.
Punch. This storm began as a weak EF0 to EF1 storm in northern Grant County, near the North and South Dakota borders.
That's like 500 kilometers away from where the tornado actually started, but okay.
Thankfully, our excited cameraman caught the storm when it was still a baby.
If you actually watch the entire full-on video, you'll be able to really see that the tornado, that the footage, right, is from the end of the tornado, not from the beginning. It is literally over here at the end, alright?
The storm soon intensified into a violent EF4 tornado. It tracked a 9-mile path of destruction across Highway 82 and died out 30 minutes later.
It actually caused EF4 damage before this footage, because as I showed, this is really at the end of the tornado's lifespan. Also, it didn't really track 9 miles, but 8.86 miles. But I mean, that's just really a minor mistake, to be honest. It's not really that much of a big deal. It's like, who cares? Other than me, of course.
Now, tornadoes are rare in Europe. There are only between 200 and 400 yearly storms across the entire continent.
Oh, God fucking damn it. Tornadoes are not rare in Europe and is reported over 700 times a year. Alone in 2022, the European Severe Weather Database received 794 confirmed tornado reports. In 2021, the European Severe Weather Database received 908 confirmed tornado reports, 824 in 2020 and 796 in 2019. So that's a complete bullshit point you made. You have nearly 1.4 million subscribers. You should know how to genuinely research your stuff. It's like you just made a quick Google search and called it a day.
Most occur in Greece and Italy.
Most occur in Greece, Italy, Turkey, Poland, Russia, Germany, France. But at the same time, these are also the countries that are the largest in Europe, so it genuinely makes sense for them to have a pretty fairly large amount of annual tornado reports.
Weather officials called it a weak tornado, one of about 2 or 3 that might strike the Netherlands each year.
I just spent like 30 minutes doing the research, so you don't have to. So basically what I did was I took the annual tornado reports year by year from 2003 to 2023, aka 20-year period, and I basically copy pasted into the graph maker known as canva.com. And as you can see, the number is a lot larger than the 2 to 3 a year that you're claiming. And looking at the number from 2023 to 2023, then I'll definitely say the average is 10 to 15 a year. Although these numbers are not completely official, but it still gives a good indicator on how many tornadoes Netherlands actually get a year.
On February 8th of 2022, a local family was hanging out on their porch when a random dust devil formed before them.
My man is casually showcasing a dust devil in a video about tornadoes. You do know that dust devils are not really tornadoes and are not defined as a tornado?
Tornadoes are super rare in Romania. Between 1822 and 2013, there had only been 129 reported tornadoes.
Alright, welcome to Factoid Cap. So let's fact check that really quick. If we go to the European Sweet Weather database, obviously I'm gonna blur the names of the report holders. But if we then basically go down to the search bar and select the 1822, there we go, January 1st, December, and then select 2013, there we go, and then Romania. Holy shit, I'm about to die. We submit query, and as you can see, that is 146 tornado reports. So you're wrong. And using that example to back up that exact claim is just garbage, since 69 of them was reported from January 1st, 2000. That's in a span of 13 years. You can't use examples from the 1822 to back up the frequency claim because tornadoes were underreported back then. Even in the US, they were underreported until the last 30 to 40 year-ish. Bro, mobile phones and social media didn't exist in the goddamn 1820s, alright?
There was also a period between 1945 and 1989 when people thought Romanian tornadoes didn't even exist.
Where the heck did you get that from? It's literally the same to this day. The problem is the lack of knowledge. People are led to believe that tornadoes only are tornadoes if they are very strong or large, because they are the ones you hear about the most in the news, completely ignoring the actual definition of a tornado. And despite these major monsters being rare for the US as well, compared to the US annual 1,380 tornadoes a year, even some meteorology agencies have no knowledge on tornadoes, completely saying that, oh man, this is not tornadoes, this is landspouts, even though the operators showcased mesocyclonic rotation, completely contradicting the landspout point. Landspouts are tornadoes anyways.
This apocalyptic twister was the first to hit Romania since 2002.
No, it's not the first to hit Romania since 2002. In fact, there's been 133 tornadoes between 2002 and the end of 2019. So again, get your goddamn facts correct. Please.
While it looks massive and deadly, meteorologists estimated the wind speed at 56 miles per hour. That's about the strength of a weak EF0 or EF1 tornado.
No way, dude. No way. No way you called it an EF0. My man is making videos on natural disasters, but can't even get the facts correct. The fact that it overturned a bus and dragged it 50 meters onto a field completely contradicts that, because that's not EF0 damage, that's EF2 to EF3 damage. The tornado report itself isn't really rated, but in the description it is said that F2 likely, and that's about 113 to 157 miles per hour. That's just by the old Fujita scale. scale. The ESSL is making a new scale called the International Fujita Scale, and there was already a draft released back in 2018. And if you take a look at that draft, then a bus being dragged 50 meters onto a field is actually IF3 damage indicators, which is 182 miles per hour, which completely contradicts that point to the goddamn ground.
It looked like a harmless dust devil from a distance, but it quickly turned into an awe-inspiring tornado.
Are this guy high on something? What drugs is this guy on? For real, man. There's no way you call a goddamn tornado for a dust devil. First you included a dust devil and called it a tornado, and now you're saying the complete opposite, calling a tornado for a dust devil. This guy sounds more confusing than 14-year-old girls trying to figure out what gender they actually are. He just needs to be an emo now.
Now you can see why they weren't too concerned at first. Dust devils like this are pretty common out in the open fields.
Oh man, this is giving me a fucking headache. Underworld, I kind of think you should look up what a tornado actually is and what's the difference between a dust devil and a tornado. Because god damn, it seems like you have no idea what it actually is.
It keeps trying to touch the ground but never really can.
I mean, it's still on the ground because you can literally see the debris cloud under the funnel, which is basically the key to determining whether a tornado is on the ground or not. Because I don't know if you genuinely know this or not, but most tornadoes don't have a full condensation funnel to the ground.
According to the National Weather Service, 3 twisters touched down that day.
May 4th, 2022 saw 18 tornadoes and not 3. You literally cited the National Weather Service, yet managed to get this wrong information. God damn, it's genuinely insane. I genuinely feel like the CNN or Fox News should hire him as a researcher, because god damn, it's ass awfully researched as the CNN and Fox News articles.
One helicopter crew managed to capture one shot they will never forget. A massive fire tornado. A firenado, also called a fire whirl or fire devil, operates like a regular tornado, but is typically smaller and less destructive.
Although there are some facts to that, the term fire tornado is generally loosely defined. By that I mean it's literally not completely defined at all, because some fire tornadoes are fire whirls while others are genuinely tornadoes under the base of a genuine pyrocumulus cloud, like the case you're talking about right there. In other words, it's basically just completely subjective. I'll definitely not call it a fire whirl but a fire tornado, but that's just about it. The National Weather Service actually issued a tornado warning for this case because it exactly had some mesocyclonic rotation, because sometimes pyrocumulus clouds can eventually evolve into a thunderstorm and into a thunderstorm with a mesocyclone. In conclusion, Underworld is really bad at researching his stuff, and his videos don't really tickle my nuts. Now I wanted to take a look at some other videos Underworld made, but I simply don't really have that much time left, and the video is getting way too long, so I'm gonna be wrapping up the video here. Now if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, it will genuinely mean a lot to me. And you can also follow me on a lot of different social medias like Twitter, Instagram and all of that, right? There is links to them in the description. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more, top quality, top notch, top tier commentary videos and general videos that's gonna make you nut in your pants. Now with that said, hope you all are gonna have a wonderful amazing day. See you in the next video. Peace out. Love ya.